We women will no longer be excluded from the sphere of decision.
My parents were immigrants to this country. They didn't always have the right to vote.
It's not just about one opinion, it's about all the opinions.
My grandmother was the first woman to vote when women got the vote in the rural community of Doss, Texas, in northwest Gillespie County. So I think I was first influenced by the women in my life.
I so love our mission statement, empowering voters, defending democracy. It just gives me chills every time I say it.
The League of Women Voters stands on the shoulders of the suffragettes because they needed a group that would educate women in the process of voting.
We do studies at the local, state, and national level, and the ideas come from the membership, from the grassroots.
The League of Women Voters has been around for almost 100 years. That knowledge that they have accumulated over those years is just phenomenal.
Part of what the League of Women Voters is trying to do is be a positive force in helping create access for voters and tools and knowledge and resources that voters can use when they go to the polls.
One of the things that the League of Women Voters does that helped me was the voter's guide. Before I went to vote, I made sure I printed out my guide and I filled out who I wanted to vote for so that when I went to the polls, I was ready.
We send questions to those candidates. We put the answers in the voter's guide exactly as the candidate has written them.
The first time I'm going to get to vote is this May, and I'm super excited. I'm also super nervous, but I know I'm going to be able to use the voter's guide to help me through the entire process.
The NAACP of Houston-TILLOTSON University and the League of Women Voters, we have a very special bond. This year we focused on three main things: get as many students on our campus registered to vote, to make sure that we had the education, get that information to our students, our faculty, and our staff members on campus. And then number three, lastly, is to make it a big and exciting thing. So getting to the polls, we made sure that we brought out each of the candidates that were in our local district. When we see the candidates in our face and we get to ask them the questions that we want to ask them, that's when we truly become a part of the process.
One of the big programs that we do is our First Vote program, which deals with registering and educating high school students.
The League of Women Voters came to our school and they presented a program called The First Vote.
It made me realize that now is my time to start making real change. Because it's not just about how you have to vote, it's about that you want to vote and you want to make a difference, you want to make a change. They're inspiring people like me to realize that we can make change.
Within the League, we're not just passing the torch, we're igniting the fire and the light of our future generation.
A lot of the legislation that is put into place affects my community. It affects my family members, it affects me as a student, me as a woman, and I knew that it was my responsibility to go and vote for what I believed would help us all. With your support, I was able to use vote411.org, and I was able to learn about who was representing me, who was running for election, and who I wanted to vote for.
I want to give a special thank you to all of the donors and the supporters of the League of Women Voters. It has made me the person that I am today, the person that I will be tomorrow, and in the future.
I'm almost tearful in seeing what the League has, how it has impacted their lives. I think they will have a long history in the future.
My parents came to this country a long time ago. They still don't have the ability to vote. I do. I believe that I have the power right now, that I am making a change.